New at 5:30, we continue to talk with every candidate who has entered the race for our next governor. That running list on your screen right now. And Republican candidate for governor, State Senator Aric Nesbitt, was here today at Broadcast House, sitting down with me, tackling tough topics as he campaigns for your vote. And I asked him about his background in Southwest Michigan and his platform and how he feels he is best suited to lead our state by growing the economy. Inside our studio while on a stop through Metro Detroit.
Grew up on a small sixth-generation dairy and grape farm in Southwest Michigan, a little town called Lawton.
State Senator Aric Nesbitt, a Republican candidate for governor, opening up about his own life, his political goals, and more.
Went to Hillsdale College, did my degree in economics, worked my way through there. Been married for going on 9 years now.
The father of two, who is proud to be expecting a third child with his wife in April, says he feels a calling to serve our state. Today I asked him about improving our economy, our schools, and our roads, key issues at the heart of his campaign.
I'm a conservative Republican. I'm somebody that's going to work with President Trump to go ahead and have a renaissance of manufacturing back in the United States and here in Michigan.
He tells me much more needs to be done to attract and retain business, and he believes Trump's recent tariffs on Canada and Mexico will lead to more jobs coming back home for auto workers. What are your thoughts on those tariffs, particularly as it pertains to our auto industry here in Metro Detroit?
You've seen a big decimation of our auto industry here. You just go around and tour around in Pontiac or in Flint. Some of those tough discussions are going to have to be made and going to have to be done.
On education, he says he believes we have to do far better to improve reading rates and make students more competitive.
We need a governor who cares more about whether or not our children are reading at grade level and succeeding than how many books they sell in San Francisco or in Massachusetts. We're a bottom 10 state in educational scores and attainment right now. That's a disaster. President Trump and what they're working on. Day one, they've been rooting out DEI and the wokeness in our federal institutions and our schools. I'm going to join with him to work on that.
He tells me our roads still have not been fixed as promised, and he would be a governor who made sure the potholes became a problem of the past.
There's a long-term solution that needs to be taken, and this is why legislative Republicans, recently introduced a plan to put $3 billion more into roads and bridges every year.
Nesbitt says he's endorsed by numerous sheriffs and is currently serving as Senate Minority Leader. He believes he can work effectively with both sides. And on the topic of women's reproductive rights, he wants to expand access to health care in rural areas. I also asked him about preventing school shootings. What is your view on how we prevent this from happening time and again?
The largest mental health institution in most of these counties is the county jail. Yeah. We need to figure it out on the behavioral side, intervention.
Now, Nesbitt tells me he is planning to spend a lot of time here in Metro Detroit talking with voters about the topic of regaining a sense of community across our entire state.
So did the state senator mention how he feels about the federal cuts going on to government, and would he want to see that here on a state level?
That did come up during our interview, and he talked about the fact that he agrees with some of the cuts that are happening at the federal level, and he believes government is too large, not just federally, but at state government, and he wants to see a similar mindset approached here to our state. If he were to become governor, he would support cuts to our state government.
All right. Yeah. Good conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you, partner.